All right, so final rankings, gentlemen.
From last to first?
No. Always go the best game to the worst.
Yeah, do your worst first, and then build up.
Oh.
I want to go last.
You'll see why.
You'll see why.
Why are you gonna like shock value us? You're a piece of shit. All right, I'll go first then. All right, so 2 is the worst, then 6, then builders 7, 3, 1, 4, 5, 8.
All right. Clearly it's 2. And then it's 7. All right.
7
guys,
is not the worst.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
it's not the worst.
I mean,
but it's certainly...
It's long, and it's painful, and it's repetitive.
Still don't like it.
But it's not
So-
the worst.
7's
It's
better
not.
than...
2's the worst.
7's
Clearly.
Yeah, but 7's still better than 6.
7's better than
still
Builders.
disagree. 7 is not better than Builders. Builders
miss
was nearly
Builders?
as much of a painful experience as 7.
I barely put
Builders
7
is
over
next.
it, but they're basically in the same spot for me.
I had more fun with Builders and building than I did in 7.
I mean,
Then 6.
Yeah, but
Then 1. 1 is a classic, Craig, but I think your pedestal putting it above 3.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not so
agree.
sure about that. 3.
I like it better
4,
than 3, just by a little bit.
5.
No, by a lot actually.
And then 8.
I like 1
5
a lot.
has got the better story, but every other aspect of 8 is nearly fucking flawless. So, 8 definitely is the best Dragon Quest game.
All right. 2, Builders. 1, 6, 7, 3, 4, 8, 5.
I feel like the shock value came that you put 1 under 6.
Yeah, that's
That-
the bigger shock value than the 8 and 5 discussion.
Oh, that really hurts me, Dylan. And I know you didn't play the mobile version, which is the superior version,
That could be.
but my God, Dylan, that is a horrible decision.
Well, you play the NES one and get back to me on that.
Well, no, you should just play the mobile one. It's
I
not
think,
that long a game, and you can count it towards the hog. For
I
new
think
playing.
content-wise, you get more value out of 6.
I mean, yeah, you do, but Dragon Quest VIII is also like a 6-hour game, and it's awesome.
8 is not a...
Well, 6 isn't that long. It's like 30 hours.
Yeah. Okay, but the big
Dragon
shocker...
Quest 1 is like 5
you're
hours. It's
supposed
great.
to be picking 5
5, yeah.
over 8. Why is that?
I just think 5 is a funner experience for me.
Okay.
And I remember it more than I remember 8, and I played 8 more recently. And I was just way more blown away by 5 than I was 8. Initially, I thought 8 would be over 5, but I don't know. I just like 5 more. I like the story more. I like
That's
the
fair.
gameplay
5 is a
more.
really great game.
Yeah,
I like
no
the
complaints here,
exploration.
then. Yeah.
I like the characters more. Except maybe Jessica. And
This all stems from the Angus hatred, huh? This is why.
no.
You hate his fucking helmet, don't you?
I dislike him. I don't hate him.
So good.
And yeah,
Apples to oranges. It's
Exploration.
Not nothing to really. Do not harp on him for picking 5 above 8. It is not.
5
a big deal.
is a really good
and
game.
it's more impressive, I think, for a Super Nintendo game than
that
this
is
game
fair.
is for PlayStation 2.
That's fair.
Because, like, if I'm looking at all the PlayStation 2 games, this one is below quite a bit of games. Maybe not RPGs, but just PS2 games.
It's up there for RPGs.
Yeah.
So I would have to disagree with that statement. But yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm putting it over 8.
Yes.
It might be an unpopular opinion, but that's how it is. It's just how I feel.
Your one
Fortunately-
being under 6 is a far more unpopular opinion.
It is.
I don't know. I
It's
agree with
6.
Jake. The one pedestal
6 is such a trash
too
game,
much.
dude. It's like it is barely better than 2.
No.
And 2 is
Now
such a
You're just being.
no, dude. It's not a good game at all.
I liked it.
It's.
I liked 7 too, though, and you guys seem to hate it a lot more than I do.
I didn't hate 7. I just didn't want to be in 7 for as long as I was in 7.
Yeah, that's the biggest detractor from the game. It's too much of a commitment for what you get out of it,
Yeah, it's
which isn't
is
much.
fun.
If it was like half as long and like half the game was just like extra content you could just do,
Then I'll
it would
put
be
above
it would be a
6, but
fantastic
until then-
fucking game.
It
But
has
it's
DLC too.
It's just like, no, we're gonna make you play all of this.
There was a lot
No
you could cut
payoff.
out. Yeah.
But no, it's definitely something that the story, like you said with 5, is phenomenal. The story is, without a doubt,
Yeah.
the best in the whole series.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even that I don't like long games, because Persona 5 was like 90 hours, and I didn't mind putting that into it.
That game is.
But Dragon Quest 7 being like just as long
yeah.
was like, oh. It's just, dude, like it was painful, because like all of that was combat.
Yep.
It was just all combat.
And
Because
story
there was like
scenarios
no
were-
story. The story was like 2 seconds in between, like
They were
things.
weak stories too, so it didn't help. It didn't motivate me to keep going.
It was a very episodic game, and I'm 100% sure that playing 7 over a large span of time is definitely the way to go when playing.
Because you have nothing
Yeah.
to forget, because you never learned anything to begin with.
Because like each island is its own little story, and there's no real overarching story until like the last 10 hours of the game.
Yep.
So it's like,
Even in our review, we cut tons of content out of the story and
Because
it didn't
there
make
was-
any difference.
Yeah, because there was no story in between. It was just like they each like little towns individual thing. It's like, okay, that's cool, but I don't need to experience this over and over and over again.
Because you have to keep going back. If
Yeah.
you made it a cutscene, it'd be a lot more eventful.
Yep.
Even though Dragon Quest ain't really known for a lot of cutscenes, but the fact that you have to go present, then past, then present, then past, just to get like a 15-second thing of dialogue every single time
Well,
on every single island.
And there's
that
like
you
no
explore,
real reason to go back to the islands you've already visited.
except for the fact that it forces you to.
Well, no, I mean like it would be one thing if it
story's
was like, oh, hey, you have to go back to this one island because there was a thing that you need to go to this other island.
Yeah.
Then it'd be like, all right, fine. Then that's a reason to revisit. But then you're like, I just completed this island, but I must immediately go back to see what's changed. It's like, okay, but why? You have no reason to go there. Like,
Yeah. Here's the biggest determining factor, though, of my placement of 7. You could cut it into a third of what the length is, and it still wouldn't be above 3 on my list.
yeah,
It's
it's not
not even
above
above
3 on
6.
mine.
Yeah.
I think that's just as blasphemous that people like Jacob. You're tripping. I'm like, what? No,
Seven's
no,
better than
7 is not better than 6.
Seven,
way.
yeah, 7's better than 6, dude. It is.
Definitely.
All right. Well, you should add us or leave comments or
Reviews.
reviews on those things.
Give
either
us
at
your
our
own
website
rankings.
at puffpuffhour.geekdomentertainment.com or our Facebook page, which is Puff Puff Hour,
Which is very
Or-
inactive. Sorry about that. I don't
or-
have Facebook anymore.
or our Twitter.
Oh, hi there. I hope you enjoyed this clip from Puff Puff Hour, a Dragon Quest podcast. If you happen to like what you see, you should subscribe. We have full podcast episodes detailing the main series of Dragon Quest 1 through 11. Oh yeah, and if you like the content, you should check out our other shows from All Out Geekdom Entertainment. We have Nude Clan and Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate Final Fantasy podcast. Or, Dragon Quest.